was recording this video and I only got 6 seconds of 10-minute footage. Ugh. Hey everyone, it's your girl Alisha. If you're new to my guide, please subscribe. If you already have, thank you for tuning in again, and hit the bell button to stay updated. Today I got a VI tag for you, which is short for visually impaired. So if you're visually impaired, low vision, legally blind, I tag you. I want to know the answer to these 7 or 8 questions, depending on how many I come up with. I'm just going to fly with it and see what I come up with, and I hope you answer them too. If you feel more comfortable, you can just share them in the comment section below, or if you prefer to, you can make a video response and tag all of your visually impaired friends. Lego. The first question is, what is the name of your eye disease? And mine is Stargardt's disease. It's known as fundus flavimaculatus in the scientific world, and it is a retinal disease. You can also explain your disease here, but since you guys are familiar with me, you can just check any of my other videos if you're not, just to get a full description of what my disease is. Question number 2 is, when were you diagnosed? I was diagnosed when I was 21. 3 is, what can you see? So my disease affects the macular part of my eye, which means that I can't focus and look directly at something and see it. I usually use my peripheral areas. So when I look up, I have a better field of vision and I can see the camera more clearly than when I try to look straight at it, when it becomes blurred out. It's kind of weird. So if I was to look at your face would be your skin color. And if I looked up, I could see your nose, your eyes, and your eyebrows, for example, but it'd be out of focus, but a little sharper than if I were to look directly at you, and everything would blur out. What do you use day to day to help you out? Ding! This right here is my iPhone 7 Plus. It's been my best assistive device yet. I also use a super huge iMac, and I used to use a MacBook 17-inch. Everything is larger than life in my world because I can't see fine print, so I always need to zoom in. This phone is awesome because it has a built-in magnification app. It's also got Google Books, which is funny because it's an Apple device, that helps me read super large text so I can still enjoy novels and fiction from time to time, and nonfiction too. And lastly, it's just really accessible. Like, it's a super easy to use device that works for me, and that's why I love it. I wish there was something that was tried, tested, and true that could work for me, like dogs or canes, but neither of those help me because I have my peripherals, and those help people who've lost their peripherals. Next question is, what has your disease taught you? My disease has taught me patience, in a nutshell. I could go on and on and on about all the things that I've learned, but I've already done a video on that if you want to check the info box and click the link. What is the most annoying part of your disease? This is something else that I could go on and on and on about, like 1 in a million Aaliyah, but I won't. I'd say the most annoying part of this disease is that feeling of a loss of independence. It sucks being 28 and feeling like I can't do as much as I would like to do at this time, and feeling like this is holding me back, but knowing that it's not an obstacle unless I make it one. This one's very interesting. What would you tell yourself 5 years ago? Eat less vitamin A rich foods because that makes my disease progress more. Or sunglasses because that also makes my disease progress more. And always stay 2 steps ahead because you want to be prepared for what's to come. I would say last, and certainly not least, and of course to stay balanced and be present and be positive, because emotional effects of this disease are so present but not discussed as much as they should be. Do you hope for a cure? 5 years ago, yes, I didn't want to hear anything else other than a cure. All I cared about was a cure. But nowadays, I'm kind of where I can live. I'm clearly breathing without it. I thought I couldn't be with this much deteriorated vision and still be happy, but I am. I do wish for a cure because I know what my life was like before, and the majority of my life, like 19 years of it, was unfaltered by this disease, and it just started to progress until I was diagnosed at 21, and it's been progressing more since. So I know what life was like before, and I really do desire that almost every day. But it's not killing me as much. It's just something that I know that I had that I would like to get back. This last question is more so for those of you who don't have an eye disease, somehow found my channel and my video and made it all the way to the end. I thought this would be interesting if everyone who did this tag shared this question, especially because it gives an insight, pun intended, to our eye disease. Because if I didn't know about Stargardt's or RP or any other disease, I wouldn't know what people can still see. I would just think there is blind and not blind. I wouldn't know there's a whole gray area between where all of us fall into. I can still do a lot of things like doing my hair, doing my makeup with a magnifying mirror, using my phone, taking transit on my own, working. I still cook, although I cut myself so many times. I'm very good at keeping my house clean and tidy and super organized because I'm super organized. I love shopping online because I can always magnify. I can still journal, I just do it on my phone. So there's so many things that I do day to day, just like everyone else. I just have to find a way to adjust and adapt to do the things that I still love. I mean, there's tons of things that I've given up, like driving, that I can never ever do again because it's a hazard to the universe. I hope that you enjoyed this VI tag. Again, if you have an eye disease, I tag you. Share with the community and help it grow so that we can feel less isolated, because one of the hardest elements of losing your vision is feeling like you can't relate. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this one. Until next time, love and later. All right. Next question is,